took a excursion of the Sacred Valley. And first we stopped at many wildlife reserves and we got to see llamas and condors. After the wildlife reserve, we moved on to Pisac, where we got to hang out in the markets and the mercados and do a lot of shopping. And then afterwards, we looked at the Pisac ruins. And finally, we ended up in the town of Ollantay Tambo, where we had to have a nice meal and got to see some more ruins.
My favorite part of the tour was going to the wildlife reserve because of all the exotic animals. I got to actually accomplish a life dream and hold a real life macaw in my hand. And the tour of Inca Trek, Ruben, was really nice in showing us around and making us feel comfortable as tourists. So while we were at the wildlife reserve, we actually got to feed llamas and also see all these pumas that were just roaming around. And Ruben was so knowledgeable in helping us just learn all that we could while we were there, so it was a really awesome experience.
My favorite part of our tour was the fact that Ruben really went out of his way to do a lot of little things for us to make the trip really special. For example, they brought chichi morada, which is a drink made out of corn, like blue corn, for us to try, which was really nice. And he went out of his way to take us to a farm where they raise guinea pigs for their local dish. A lot of people really love kui here, that's what it's called. They just really went out of their way, very patient with us. So that really made the trip special.
Ruben was absolutely fabulous. He spoke 4 languages fluently, including English, so it was really easy to understand everything he was explaining to us, the history and random little facts that were very interesting. And he did this really funny thing where we had, he was really helpful with taking pictures, and we all wanted pictures in front of all the cool monuments and ruins, and so every time he'd take a picture he'd be like, "Smile, sexy llamas!" And it was just really funny, and he had us laughing the whole time.
He had such a great variety in activities, so it wasn't ever boring. Like, we weren't just staring at ruins and kind of listless. We were always just going to different markets or driving and looking at sights, and so that was really great. And also, he had a really good balance of time, which I think is a really good quality in a tour guide. He would let us wander and explore on our own, but also call us together to educate us about the Incan history. So I really appreciated that.
I had a great time on the tour. I got to see Jesus, I got to feed llamas, and I felt safe the entire time.
Yeah, for sure.
당연하지.
Yeah, definitely.
다. 시골 가다.
Creo que sí.